This is Tinyan. I just want to share about how God has done a lot in my life this past year. So actually, this year was difficult because of mainly two things. So I've always had kind of like neck pain, shoulder pain because my posture isn't really good. Like I'm always, because of the way I work, I'm always going like this, and like somehow my head has just gone kind of like pushed out, so my posture is bad. So that's always been a problem. I went to physiotherapy for a few months and I felt like, oh, okay, it's okay, and then I stopped. And then I moved house, and then after I got to a new place, I got a new mattress, and then that was just disastrous. Like when I went to buy the mattress, I tried it, I thought, oh yeah, it's good, yeah, and then when I actually slept on the mattress, it was just so painful. Like I would like wake up in the middle of the night because I was in pain. So it was just very, very difficult. I couldn't sleep well. My back was painful. My back, shoulder, neck was just so much pain, and I couldn't sleep. And eventually, I used, it was this like temporary mattress that I had all along because I had trouble sleeping in my room, like in my previous house. So mattress on top of my new mattress, and that helped a bit, but still I wasn't sleeping well. And if you've had insomnia, you know that it really affects the rest of your day if you don't wake up rested, and like if you're just tired all day, like it just, your productivity, it just goes down. So I wasn't sleeping well. And the second really disastrous thing that happened this year was also a health related thing, but also my responsibility, is because I went to Taiwan and then I bought this handmade soap, like a shampoo soap, and I tried it and I thought, oh yeah, it works. I tried it, and then like for like maybe 2 weeks, and then I started realizing like my hair was just like falling out so quickly. Like I lost so much hair, like I was going bald. That was also like really, really terrifying. Like losing hair and seeing yourself lose hair is just really, really scary thing. And I've never had a lot, I didn't have a lot of hair to begin with, and I'm like losing it. Like I would look at the bathroom floor, it's like, why is there so much hair, right? Anyway, so I stopped using that. Anyway, because of that experience, I actually started this YouTube channel because I wanted my pain to be worth something. Like I wanted to record my recovery journey. And I think at this point, I just want to share what's been going on in my life, and I really hope that will be somehow encouraging to you. So it was like insomnia and hair loss this year. Like this was like the two major things that really hit me very hard. But like in my insomnia, when I can't sleep at like 2 or 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, I would turn on a sermon. I would turn on a Bill Johnson sermon. For some reason, when I listen to Pastor Bill's voice, it just helps me fall asleep. So either way, I'm blessed. Like either way, I'm really inspired, or can just sleep a little bit better. And after doing that for like quite a few times, I started listening to Bethel Church sermons even when I'm not trying to go to sleep. And then there was one sermon that I came across, which is by Chris Vallotton. It was part of like the prophetic conference sessions, and his story was about him getting attacked, like spiritually attacked at night, like many years ago. And then long story short, God sent an angel to deliver him from that attack, and ever since then that attack has not returned. And at the end of that message, he just prayed for the people that that we no longer have demonic dreams, but we have God dreams. And I received that, and then I had a dream which was really special for me, because like I dreamt like I was running kind of like in like a sports arena. I'm running a race, and then I look up into the bleachers and I see Jesus, and Jesus is there cheering for me. But that Jesus that I see, it's not like the Jesus in the Jesus movie. Like it's like a really cute kind of like emoji version of Jesus going like, yeah, cheering for me. And seeing that in my dream, I just burst out in tears and I cried, and I woke up crying. I was just so touched that Jesus would be cheering for me. And I just feel like a lot of the times a prayer that I say is, God, I'm sorry, Jesus, I'm sorry. I always feel so inadequate, like I didn't do well in many things. But to see Jesus cheering for me, I think that was just so powerful. And even though I've had different dreams in the past with spiritual like meaning, significance, I think this is the first one that I've seen Jesus in my dream. And I thought this was really, really special. And I shared it with people around me, and it's really good. And then it was like almost like up to my birthday. And the day before my birthday, I saw a testimony just on YouTube about this couple that was really struggling in their marriage. And then they came to like a cell group, church cell group, and God really helped them. And then they were able to kind of turn around that really difficult situation in their marriage. And I think even though, and then like when I heard that testimony, I felt God speaking to me, because I think one of the things that is most difficult for me to accept is that, like, in my mind, I kind of have like a plan that I want for my life. Kind of like, it kind of goes like, yeah, I want to get married before I'm 30. I want to have my first kid before I'm 35. Because after 35, the risk of having a kid with like kind of all kinds of disorders, Down syndrome, like the risk goes much higher, right? For like people having kids in old, like when they're older. And I was just thinking like, but then now I'm 36, so I just turned 36, and I'm single, I'm not married. And this, like, all along, it just has been really hard for me to accept. Like, I feel like in my heart I'm like, God, what, why? Like, I want to get married, I don't have kids, like, and in my heart I feel like God has prepared someone for me, but that someone has just not, appeared. I haven't met that someone. So in my heart there's always a lot of like bitterness, anger about this issue, especially since I see all the people around me having 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, like being married. Like, I feel like why am I like the one that's just like lagging behind, like so much slower than everyone else, and I just felt really bad about that. But then I feel like in that testimony, God just told me to let go of the timing, because in my heart I know that God has prepared marriage for me. I just don't know when. And then in that I was just crying. I think, yeah, God, I'll let go of what I think is best for me. I mean, that hasn't worked out. Trying to make myself go perfect, make my life go in a way that I want. I was like, yeah, God, if right now isn't the right time for me, it's not the best thing for me to be married at this point in my life, then I accept that. God, I know that your plan for me is the best, and I'll trust in your timing and let go of that schedule in my mind, and let go of the timing. Just leave it up to God, and just believe that God will bring the right person at the right time. And I think that is like a major breakthrough for me, because I think it just helps me let go, just really let go and let God. I mean, there's all these people around me saying, oh, like, why don't you do this or do that, but I think right now what's right for me is just to wait on God's timing. I mean, if someone like introduced someone to me, I'd be like, yeah, I would love to meet that person or something like that, but just not to have to just to strive and to try to do things by my own way. So that's where I am at. And after, so my birthday was really good. I got to meet up with a lot of friends and see a lot of people. And then after my birthday, I had planned a personal retreat to Cheung Chau, which is like an island off of Hong Kong, and it's like a Christian retreat center. And then they had like there they have like all these Christian books for you to read, and I just picked one out. Actually, I picked out quite a few, but I only managed to finish one. And that book was about this lady. She was married really young, and she really wanted to have babies, but she wasn't able to, like physically was not able to, so she needed to do it through IVF. So God had given her a pair of twins, and then she still wanted more babies, another maybe 1 or 2 kids, and then so she went through IVF again. But that time it was kind of like a really rare occurrence when she actually had 6 triplets. Like she had 6 kids in that one go, and she didn't want to let go of any of them. And so in the end she had 8 kids. And by the end of the book it was sounding like a happy ending. It's like, wow, like she went through like really difficult pregnancy, and it was hard taking care of so many kids, but it seems like she was in a good place. But then I went online to look at where they are at now, and they are divorced. Like that couple is divorced, and that just hit me really hard. I felt like, I mean, she wanted these kids, and she wanted all of that, and in the end, it just didn't work out well. So I don't know. I felt like for me, like even sometimes, like if you have a really big blessing, and I do believe that kids are blessings, but if you're not able to, like really be able to manage it well, or like, or there are still issues in your life that are not resolved, like it could still end up in, even a really big blessing can still end up in disaster. Anyway, that was my takeaway from that. I was talking with the lady who manages the campsite in the retreat center, and they're actually planning to adopt 1 child. And just thinking about that, and then she was talking about her experience going through that adoption process, and she herself was adopted. And I was thinking, yeah, if I don't know when I'm going to be able to get married, if I'm able to get married someday, and if I'm not able to have a kid, I think I would still prefer going through adoption rather than going through IVF. I think that's just a personal preference for me. But anyway, I think having the option of adoption, I think it just gives me a kind of sense of security, sense of like, yeah, like even if I can't have my own, like it gives me kind of like, it kind of comforts me. It's like, well, even if I can't have my own, like physically have my own kids, like I can adopt. So I think that's comforting. Yeah, I would say that's comforting for me. And then after all of that, I think God has just been working in my life where I just feel just a desire to encounter him more, to experience him more, because after being a Christian for so long and just being in church for so long, it's like, God, I just want to know you. Like, I don't want to just know you as how someone says you are. Or like just reading the Bible like a book. I really want to know you. I really want to know God and encounter him. So I think that's my desire. And just recently, I've been sick for like a week. It's been kind of like on and off, kind of cold. And you see my nose is still kind of red. I've had runny nose all day. So my health is not the best. But I still want to give thanks for all the things that God has been doing in my life this past year. Like even through all the, the back pain, the insomnia, my hair falling out, all of that. Like I feel like God is bringing me closer to him. And with my back pain, I've been going to the physio. I've been taking like stretching classes, which has really helped. And my hair, it's not great. Like it feels really thin here. But I'm not bald. I don't have any bald spots, so that's something I'm thankful for. I'm not sure that it's improving, but at least it's not getting worse at a rapid speed. So hopefully my hair will go back very, very soon. And Hopefully there'll be more here very soon. Actually, the theme for this year for our church, we have a theme every year, and this year it's Ascending 2023. And I think before I ascended, I think I really went like down, and then kind of like up. And work-wise, I think this was like quite an unproductive year because a lot of it was just me recovering from my health problems, and I feel like I'm transitioning as well. So even though I don't have like this year, I really don't feel like I have like I'm like, oh yeah, look at what I did, this and this also successful. Like, I don't have that this year, but I just believe that God is in control, and I'm happy to be where I am right now, and I'm very, very thankful. And thanks so much for listening to my sharing up till now, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.